What is up, YouTube? Thrift School over here, and I want to go over some things that have sold for me on eBay and on Amazon over the past 3 to 5 days, I believe. Maybe something in there like 6 days ago, I'm not sure. But these are some cool sales. These are some things that you guys can find out in the wild, hopefully. These are all things I found out in the wild. I don't believe any of it is retail arbitrage. I'll let you guys know soon. So the first sale we have here is and I'm looking down at my phone because that's where the sales are. The first sale we have here is a Simon and Garfunkel vinyl LP set. It was a 5 record set. So I sold this over on eBay for $39.95. Great sale. One thing I always recommend doing is checking eBay and Amazon with records. I actually sell records on Amazon. I haven't in a little while because I have to get replacement poly bags to ship each one into Amazon. I just haven't done it. So I had a small stack left and I figured I would just see what they were worth on eBay. This one was worth something. I picked this up in, I believe, someone's basement. I went there to buy a Rock Band set and they had a bunch of records and I asked if they were for sale and she said yes. So I ended up buying like 20 records from her for maybe 10 bucks and sold this one for $40. So great sale there. The next sale we have is also really cool. I believe I posted this on my YouTube channel when I went to go pick this up. It is a Nintendo 3DS XL. It is a Nintendo 2DS XL. It's a Pokeball edition, as you guys can see. It's very cool. Sold for $249.95. I picked this up and a Japanese edition, Nintendo, for $80. The Japanese one sold for $90 and then got returned because the person didn't read the title, the description, look at the pictures, or the item specifics, and they didn't know it was in Japanese. That happens a lot. People just don't read things. I made sure my picture showed it with the screen on in Japanese, and... Do you guys hear Sophia over here? What? What? You wanna go outside? Do you wanna go outside or do you want food? Give me a sign. Okay, I think I'll let her outside. All right, we are back. Yeah, so I sold it, mentioned everything, and of course they opened up a return, so I'm still waiting on that to come back, but this one also sold. So remember, I picked them both up for $80 total, so 40 bucks a piece. Sold one for 90, got returned, I'm gonna relist it, and then this one sold for 250. So great score, local pickup, found it right on Facebook Marketplace. Scour those listings, guys. Next, this sale's kind of interesting because I had 2 or 3 of these years ago, right? And I sold the other 2 for like $9.99 with free shipping. But ever since everybody's been locked inside, card values have gone up, whether it be Pokemon cards, sports cards, and I guess Duel Masters cards. And this I found, I had 3 of them, and I was doing inventory and I noticed this wasn't listed. I must have only marked it as 2 like 2-3 years ago when I had them, and this was just sitting in a bin. And so I listed it, I looked at what the going rate was, 28 bucks. So even these are going up. I'm just happy with that because I thought it would sell for $10, and nope, it's almost tripled in value in the past year. Pretty cool. This sale I love. I'm very happy to get rid of it. I originally had this listed at $130. It is a Tales from the Crypt Talking Crypt Keeper. And then I lowered it to $100 and then like $75. And then somebody sent me an offer of $50 and I took it. I was sitting on it for at least 9 to 10 months. At the very beginning of tag sale garage sale season, I went to my very first, I believe, and I bought this there. I paid maybe $1 or $2, and I thought it was gonna sell for $130. It didn't. It sat all year and sold for $50. So I'm still happy to have sold it, and I made some good money on it. It's just crazy how long it took. But I priced high. I thought maybe somebody would just scoop it up. I like to price high and then bring the price down. You could always bring it down, but if you price it low and it sells, you can never bring the price back up. Here's another interesting find. This I actually got from a YouTube viewer. So somebody reached out to me on YouTube, maybe Instagram, I think YouTube, and said that they were getting rid of all of their eBay inventory, all of their extra stuff, and it was mostly all video games. So I went to their house, it was in New York, And I drove over there, we went through everything, and I was like, we're trying to figure out a price. He's like, well, I have a huge box of Playboy magazines. And inside of that box of Playboy magazines were some of these strength and health magazines from the 50s and 60s. Well, one of them sold. I've actually sold a bunch in the past. I've sold almost all of the Playboys. I only have maybe 4 of these left, of these strength magazines. This one sold for $30. These things have been slow sellers, but they do sell. I had no idea what they were worth. We threw them in at the end, kind of for free, and I've been flipping them between like $15 and $30 really. So they've been really good sellers. Now, since it's a magazine and it has advertisements in it, I cannot ship them media mail, but they ship first class and usually for about $3. All right, so let's move on over to Amazon now and see some sales over there. This one is actually awesome. And I'll show you why, not just because of the price, even though the price is great. It's Manhunt 2 on the PSP, which sold for $64.95. It wasn't new, it was used. A used PlayStation Portable PSP game sold for $65. And this was a return. I had this game sold probably 6 months ago or so, 5 months ago. And then the person got it, didn't like it, I guess, and returned it. And at that time, the game was only selling for like $30. And then when I went to go relist it after I got it back, I did test it, I played it to make sure it actually worked, and it did. And once I looked it up, it was selling for $65 all of a sudden. Crazy, so I actually made a lot of money. I like when that happens. Most of the time when you get a return, prices have gone down. Oh my gosh. Soph just scared me so bad when she barked right there. Let me let her in. All right, so I purchased a huge pallet of DVDs. Yeah, it was a full pallet of DVDs. And I should have that video coming soon, hopefully. I want to sell more of them so I could actually make the video a lot better instead of me just getting the pallet and going through a couple boxes. So I've been waiting to sell them off, but I think I paid like $3,600 for 700 DVDs or something like that. So I paid just under $1 a piece, like 80 to 90 cents a piece on these DVDs. And this one sold for $34.95. It is Thundercats, the complete series. And the reason why I'm just gonna fly through a few DVDs right here is because I got these all for under $1. Now, not all of them are selling for this great of money. I'm selling a bunch of these DVDs for between $6 and $8 over on eBay and Amazon. And after fees and after shipping, I'm profiting anywhere between $1 and $3 on a lot of them, which is fine. I mean, that's still more than doubling my money when you have over 3,000 DVDs. That's totally fine. But I did have some really great sales come through, and these are just over the past, 3 to 6-ish days. So I've been selling some. I think I've sold a couple for like over $50. There might be some in here. Let's go to the next one. This one, The Shining and Dr. Sleep on Blu-ray. And guys, all of these are used, and they all came from like, I can't really say where they came from, but like big box retail stores, so they're all legit, nothing weird there. It's not like I bought a Goodwill pallet of DVDs and I'm flipping them on Amazon. Those you gotta be a little careful about. This one right here, Cartoon Network Adventure Time, the complete series for $59.88. Great sale, $60 on an 80-cent purchase. 80 or 90 cents, I'm not sure. And another one for $60, How the States Got Their Shapes, $59.98. And just in those few DVDs were well over $100 profit. And but again, I paid like $3,600, so I am nowhere near broken even yet. I still have probably another 2,000 to actually list. I've gone through all of them. That's what took so long. I had to go through them all and scan them all, see which ones were worth it for Amazon, which ones were worth it for eBay, which ones aren't worth it at all. And almost all of them, the reason why I got them for so cheap is because they had damaged cases. So a lot of them were still sealed, but the cases were broken underneath the seal. So I can't even send them into declutter because declutter needs a perfect case. And most of them do not have perfect cases. Moving on to something other than DVDs, we have this game right here. I've been getting into selling games lately, and board games, and I've been selling a lot of used ones, used as well as new. And I believe this was a used, yeah. This was a used game right here. Pit, the Winning Moves classic game, classic Pit card game. I don't know, I've never played it. But it sold for $49.98. I paid like $1 at the thrift store. Crazy. I've been loving selling board games and card games lately. I sell them on eBay and on Amazon, and I don't think I showed any for eBay in this video, but I do still sell them all the time over there. This is a sad sale because it's a return, but I wanted to show it. This right here is a Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and a Pokeball, and I wanted to show it because it's $119.15, so about $120. And I was super stoked to get this sale. I got it in on like Sunday night, Monday morning, I packaged it up, dropped it off at the post office, and then I get a message on Amazon, the dreaded message, can you cancel this order? I'm like, you waited like 14 hours, longer than that. Yeah, longer than that. They waited so long to message me to let me know to cancel the item, even though it had already been shipped. So I messaged her back and said, hey, sorry, it's already been shipped. And she's like, well, can you refund me? I'm like, no. I'm like, you could ship it back and I'll send you a refund. And she's like, okay, well, if I don't get this within a week, I'm gonna file a complaint and something. I was posting it on my Instagram story. I'm like, oh my gosh, lady, I really wish I didn't ship this out. So I'm hoping I get it back and then I can relist it and hopefully sell it for $120 again. Another game that we sold, another board game, the Scrabble Junior for $59.99. I paid anywhere between $1 and $3, maybe $4 for this game. Awesome sale. After fees, because Amazon does charge a good amount in fees, I'm probably profiting around like $30-ish, maybe a little bit more. So that's pretty sweet though. Super happy about that. $60 board game. This is the last item, and it's a great item because I did pick this up on camera. That Scrabble Junior I might have picked up on camera as well. I will link the video right up here. You guys can see it. I wore a GoPro inside of a thrift store, went thrifting, and found this on the shelf. I can't remember what I paid, but I will show it in that video so you can take a look. But it is a Leapfrog Leapster TV learning system, sold for $169.95. I can't remember what I paid for it, like $15 maybe, I don't know. But $170, it just sold the other day. It is FBA, so Amazon is still shipping it. I don't have to ship it. Pretty awesome, great sale. I've been finding so many great things at the thrift stores because I've been going so often. That's what you have to do. Sometimes I'll hit up a thrift store on a Monday. It's horrible, one that I've never been to, right? And then I'll go back months later because I wanted to avoid it because it was so bad, and it's loaded with great stuff. So you can't judge a thrift store off of one day. You gotta go for a good amount of time within like a month range and see if it's good or not. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you have any questions at all. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is Thrift School signing out. See ya.